We've talked about summer reading and how important it is for children to crack open a few books during the dog days of summer. We're asking viewers and others to look at their collections that may be collecting dust to hand them over to a very deserving organization. We're joined by Christine Messick, Community Engagement Director for Reading Partners. It's great to see you.
It's good to be here. Thank you so much.
So we want to get into the book drive, but first, if you can tell us a little bit about Reading Partners and what your organization is all about.
Sure. We are a nonprofit that is dedicated to narrowing the opportunity gap for kids who are reading behind grade level. The students we serve are in grades kindergarten through fifth grade. And in a normal year, not a pandemic year, we serve about 800 students with the help of 900 volunteers who come in for a minimum of an hour a week to work one-on-one with our students.
That's great. And what are you noticing? You can read the statistics online as to how children are reading at their age and grade levels, but it sounds like there's a lot to be desired there.
There is. I mean, in South Carolina, 21% of at-risk students are not reading proficiently by the end of third grade. So we've got a big gap, and COVID has exacerbated that, obviously. It's estimated to be anywhere from 7 months to 12 months learning loss.
Oh, goodness. And that affects, and it has a domino effect. When they go back to school, they still fall behind, and it creates problems all along the way. What are some of those ramifications of not feeding your mind with books during the summer that it ends up spilling over into the school year?
Well, it is, we know that at third grade, the kids go from learning to read to reading to learn. And if they have not mastered those foundational literacy skills by the third grade, then they're going to fall behind in their other subjects. And it's very hard to catch them up once they're that far behind.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And then grades fail, and then it also chips away at their self-confidence, at their self-esteem.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that we measure. We are an evidence-based and research-based program. And so we do test our students throughout the year to see that what we're doing is on track. And then, of course, we also measure their confidence. And it does grow over the course of the year as they begin to really discover the beauty of learning to read.
Yes, and I want to understand a little bit more about the partnership that you have with the Cynthia Graham Hurd Foundation and how that's part of this book drive. But let's talk about the book drive itself. So I know a lot of people, they've got books collecting dust on their shelves or in their attics, wherever it may be. Plenty of books out there that can be donated to your cause.
Absolutely. We are accepting gently used and new books. And this year, we actually are asking for a more diverse selection of books for our students, as we do have a diverse student population that we serve. We would really like for our students to be seeing themselves in these books, in everyday stories, in fantasy stories, and suspense stories, whatever the genre the book might be. We really want the kids to be able to see themselves in the literature as well.
All right, let's talk about your partnership with the Cynthia Graham Hurd Foundation. Maybe you can remind everybody who Miss Cynthia was.
Miss Cynthia was an amazing woman who happened to be one of the victims of the Emanuel 9-inch shooting in Charleston, which was 6 years ago. And she was not only a victim of this horrendous crime, she was also a librarian at the Charleston County Public Library System. And she loved children. She loved reading, and this book drive is a way for us to keep her legacy alive. And we are happy to partner with her brother, Malcolm Graham, who is the CEO of the Cynthia Graham Hurd Foundation, to actually conduct this book drive.
That's wonderful. That is a wonderful way to celebrate her legacy for certain. Drop-off locations include both Charleston and Berkeley counties. We'll have a few of those pop up on the screen there, but for a full list, where should they go?
They can go directly to the website at www.readingpartners.org.
Christine, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
We're back after this.